Trying to go live. There we are. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome to Cliff Notes Live. Welcome to episode number 251. Our very special, a special Halloween episode. We're doing it a week early. We'll probably do some next week as well. But I'm in a Halloween kind of mood, so we're just gonna start it up. I'm so excited to see y'all guys out here. So excited for my special guest, which a lot of y'all know, and we're going to introduce here in just a second. Before we do that, first of all, if you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing to my channel, turning on notifications, hitting the old thumbs up. That is all always appreciated. But more importantly, you know what's really appreciated? You guys that come out here, hang with me every Monday night, and those of you who are watching on repeat, don't want to forget you guys either as well. Welcome to all of y'all. Let me start with big old SKD 143. Love my wife, love my kids, love reality TV, love all you guys, love Brian and Nicole, and I love Halloween. One of my favorite holidays, I think Brian and Nicole's as well. Let me go out here and see who all we've got, and then we're just going to jump right into conversations, questions, opinions, kind of an open topic tonight, but mainly Halloween. But y'all just let us know what y'all are thinking, what deep questions y'all got, and we'll cover as much as we can. All right, let's see. Gail, I don't know why the names are still displaying as what login names, user IDs. I don't even know what these are, but it's different than it has been. I checked. It doesn't have anything to do with the way I've set up the show. It's just YouTube changed something. So it is what it is. And we'll live with it. But so I see some names I don't always recognize. Gail Warnings. Howdy, howdy, howdy. How are you doing? Amanda Lowe is out here as well. Marilyn Sutherland. Let's see. Gail Warnings. Brian Haas there. Brian, how are you doing, sir? Ma's out here as well. Ma with the documentation of Nicole last time she was out here. That's great. Thank you for keeping track of that, Ma, our statistician for the house. Michelle Moore, Big Jake 88, Karen Loveland 1727, and Karen, happy birthday, Ron. 82 years old. Congratulations, Ron. I hope you have a blast on your special day. A little crazy dancing, a little celebrating, a little yahooing. Enjoy 82. Congratulations, my friend. I'm working that direction. Not quite there yet, but working that way. Happy birthday to Ron. So let's see. What else? I don't know. Let's see. Hold on a second. I lost track here. Let's see. Oh, episode 251. Is that what Ma said? Okay, thank you, Ma. Yeah, episode 251. Isn't that amazing? And some of y'all been with me from the very beginning as well. So thank y'all so much for that. All right, let's see. Back to Big Jake 88. Howdy, Big Jake. Let's see. Oh, y'all are just having the conversations out there. I love seeing that. Rita Coase as well. Kara Mosier 1500. Parker B2H. Michelle Moore. Paul Lou, Gail Warren, let's see, Parker B2H. I'm skipping through these pretty good. Cindelica, hey, Cindy, how are you doing, my friend? Michelle Moore 65. I think you said that, but that's all right. I'll say again. Let's see, Ma Cindelica. I'm talking away. All right, I think we'll call it Karen Hummer as well. I mentioned you, Karen. Sorry, Blue Sugi, Kent 427, Ryan 51, Wyatt Garrett 2333, and I think Tim Cox out here as well. And I think at this point, Lynn Gideon. All right, I keep saying that, but we'll go ahead. And Jeff Nielsen, KQ1HD. All right, guys, we'll go ahead and leave it there. Welcome to all of y'all for the special Halloween episode. Without further ado, when I start thinking about Halloween, there's a couple of special people I think of. And so without further ado, let me introduce Brian and Nicole Fontanez to the show. There they are.
Hello.
Glad to have y'all back again. I think of y'all because y'all's YouTube channel is Our Guilty Collections. With an S. They go in. I don't know how y'all, every store that sells anything Halloween, seems like y'all probably visited. Y'all need to hit the Buc-ee's down here and grab it. Y'all may have done that as well, huh?
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
We took a journey to Florida, and best believe I made a stop at every Buc-ee's because I wanted the witch Buc-ee.
Oh, wow.
We got it.
Which Buc-ee? Which?
It's the witch Buc-ee. Like he has on a witch's hat.
Yeah, it's a Halloween Buc-ee.
I'm still amazed that y'all are so. I mean, I love that y'all are so big into Halloween. My family was big into it as well. It was always a lot of fun. I remember that so much. We were that house that everyone either was scared to come to or loved to come to because my mom and dad, well, with four boys in the house, we did a lot with it and all. And y'all just seems like y'all have that same spirit with it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Let's see. Gale Warnings and Sindelica are both saying looking forward to seeing Nicole and Brian. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
For those of you who don't know, I'm trying to think when we saw each other. I was at y'all's wedding. It doesn't seem like it's a year and a half or so now, or a little more than that even.
It'll almost be 2 years.
In
It's
March.
crazy, yeah.
Wow, that was so much fun. Had a blast at y'all's wedding, and then we got together for Ovi's wedding. I've done a couple of podcasts, and people have said, "So who do you still hang out with?" Well, I hang out with Nicole and Ovi and Tommy and Christy every once in a while, and Kat when she's not off gallivanting around the world and all that. But y'all know who my favorites to hang out with are. So
likewise, Cliff.
Yes.
all right, Michelle Moore is saying, is this live stream going to be haunted? Well, we shall see if we get clowns popping up in the mirror.
This is the clown guy right here. He loves them. Well, not you specifically. Not you specifically. You love clowns so much.
Well, you didn't seem to love them so much when you were in the Big Brother house.
Clowns are not my utmost favorite, especially, oh my gosh, in that situation. Like, I don't like unpredictable. Are they going to come into that? Remember, Cliff, I was like, are they coming in? Are they going to cut the lights? Like, are they going to come in while we're sleeping? Are they going to touch me? Like, that's my biggest thing. Like, if they're on display, they're good. Like,
yes. The clowns that I have, they have to stay in the box, and that's it.
They can't be moved.
Well, those clowns in the house were scary. I remember us in the back bedroom once. That one clown popped up and did the
threatened.
It
threatened us. I think it threatened me specifically, and I was like, Cliff, this is it. This is how I die.
I got a confession. That was me.
So that's how me and Brian met. there you go. See, there's always that silver lining. That was a fun. You notice I'm wearing my my Camp BB shirt for my special Halloween episode here.
I never got that shirt.
It's because they never let you do any veto competition.
Yeah, I never played like any vetoes.
Aww.
So that was the one shirt. I was like, can I just get one? Because I like the spooky font. And they were like, you didn't play that comp.
I remember that. I remember we did that one veto comp. I think it was veto where you had to hang all the different little stuffies off the plushies off the mobile. And as you walked out, I think you had a handful that you were trying to take back into the house with you.
And they made me put them all back. And I yelled, I was like, can I just have the horse? What's it called? A seahorse? And they did. They sent me a seahorse.
Oh,
so yeah.
So you're trying to steal.
I was trying to steal. I tried to steal all of them. I was like, I'll take one of each character. No, they took them back.
Well, I'm glad you got something in your little memory box. I watched some of this season's house guests opening up their memory box. Like Will was the older guy this particular season, and he had a huge box. I just remember when I got mine, seeing your BB comic in there and the BB Comics outfit, the costume, and things like that.
I loved. I love the dress up aspect, getting ready for the comps, and they give you like the stuff to dress up in. That's cool.
That is cool. All right, Cindy Harrison Delica is saying, "I'm going to HorrorCon on Saturday and cosplaying the nun."
Ooh.
Oh my God.
And I'm guessing that's not Sally Fields, the flying nun. That's that spooky, creepy one.
From the Conjuring universe.
Yes. That's more.
I haven't seen The Conjuring. We're going to talk about scary movies, but. See, now I'm old school. I got some for y'all. I bet y'all got some for me as well. But first of all, I saw a video where y'all picked each other's costumes. Is that what y'all are wearing for? Ma saying, does everyone have their Halloween costumes picked out? Well, thank you for that lead in, Ma. I appreciate it. Yeah, I saw y'all wearing each other's costumes. Is that what y'all are doing for Halloween?
No, we are not doing that for Halloween. It's a secret.
It is a secret.
What we're doing for Halloween.
But I will say my little hint is it's been widely asked. We're going on what, like our 4th Halloween together?
Yes.
5th? And every year people are like, are you guys gonna be? So like you gotta give the people what they want.
What a hint could we give? Like
I don't know. I think like we look like them. Even out of costume, I feel like we look like them. So that's
It's
kind
Donnie
of
and Marie. Donnie and Marie. Y'all are
What else do you think?
I'm just gonna say New Jersey.
Ooh,
New Jersey.
That's a good hint. Yeah.
Oh, y'all are going as Suki from Jersey Shore.
Snooky, not Snooki.
Snooki. Okay, I've never watched Jersey Shore. You knew what I was talking
No, I don't think I could pull that off. I think
about.
I'm actually going as an exit sign.
So in the past, do y'all have any costumes that stood out that you just to this day were kind of crazy costumes?
Oh my gosh, go ahead.
You want me to tell my story?
Yes.
I wasn't actually this. I was gonna be this. When I was younger, my parents took me to the Halloween store to buy a ghost outfit.
Yeah.
You know, because I was a big fan of Casper. We went into, and it was one of those cheap Halloween costume stores. You know what I'm talking about, the local ones. We got it back. I tried it on. I walked out with it, and unfortunately, it had like a hood, and the hood looked like something else. Like
I can tell where this is going.
Yes, like I was something else.
Oh boy.
And we tried to bleach it, but the hood still looked it like something else. And they were like, nope, no.
So you were not a ghost that year?
No.
I thought you were going to say the costume your mom would never let you be.
Oh, yes. I wanted to be, and obviously, if you don't know everybody, I do have a physical disability.
Yeah.
So when I was a kid, I wanted to be a crash test dummy.
Oh God!
Because in the early '90s, I don't know if you remember, they used to have the commercials, the crash test dummies, all the time. So that's what I wanted to be. And my family wasn't gonna let me until friends were like, "You can't let him be that. You can't let your son be that."
I think it would have been funny, but I understand, like, from a mom's standpoint, being like, you know what?
So
No.
I vow one day I'm gonna be a crash test dummy. I was gonna be it this year, but she told me no.
I told him no. I was like, don't do it.
Early in life, they started seeing just what kind of humor Brian had, right?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Speaking of crash test dummies, when I was a kid, like 7 or 8 years old, still lived in Fort Worth, Texas, I would occasionally get up earlier in the morning, like Saturday mornings, to watch cartoons. And they would run the scariest commercials talking about car safety, showing those crash test dummies hitting seats and flying through windshields. Yep. Scared me to death. I would go get right back in bed because it just freaked me out watching those dummies going through the window. So,
and for some reason, I wanted to be one.
Cliff went back into his room. You were like, "That's what I want.
That's my job. That's my future."
When I grow up, I'm going to be a crash tester. What about you, Nicole?
I remember always regretting my costume afterwards because I always wanted to be something that I end up freezing in. So I always wanted to be like a princess, and my mom would be like, "You need to wear stockings," and I'd be like, "No, I'm just gonna be in a nice pink dress." And we would go trick or treating, and after like 2 blocks, I'd be like, "I'm cold," and then I wanted to be a cheerleader, and my mom's like, "You're gonna be cold," and I was like, "Nope." After like 2 blocks, I was like, I'm cold. So I remember always wearing outfits that I later was so freezing and just had to go home with my pillowcase like half full of candy. Those are the ones I remember the most, the cheerleader and the princess.
Well, it's mine too. I had an older brother, so for some reason, my mom used to always pick our outfits out as ninjas. One year we were black ninjas, then we were the white ninjas, then we were blue ninjas. We were always ninjas. I got so many pictures of both of us in the ninjas.
It's true, because they were cleaning out storage and they found a suitcase of photos. And I was like, "Oh, you were a ninja. Oh, you were a ninja again. Oh, and I had all these different color ninja costumes."
We recycled some of my costumes as well. I know we used to, when I was a little bit older, we would work at March of Dimes. I always had a haunted house for a charity fundraiser. And my mom was huge into March of Dimes. And so the whole family would go work at the haunted house, which was a lot of fun. But I know one year I was a Jawa from Star Wars. You know, the little guys that walk around trading stuff on tattooing. So I had this brown kind of cloak. And my mom made a thing with a black net so you couldn't see my face, and 2 little Christmas lights that lit up like eyes. And so I would walk around, and this haunted house had one room that was like the cantina from Star Wars. And so I would walk around, come up to people, and do things like that. And then the next year, I got rid of I still wore the robe, and then I was like a zombie monk instead. Had my face all with stuff. And remember when it was big, when they had the Gregorian chants, you'd hear it on the music and all that. I was like the Gregorian zombie. So I'd walk around, and do things.
That's so specific.
Right?
But yeah, we recycled a few costumes as well. I was dressed as a clown one year. Next year, I put on a Frankenstein mask, and I was Clown Frankenstein or something. So we did a few different things. Michelle Moore saying your background looks haunted. Well, a little bit.
Yeah,
I wanted to be in the.
I love clips. That's cool.
In the spirit, y'all got your decorations up already. We're not quite there yet. And Blue Sugi is saying, cool spooky background. How many Labubus does Nicole own? I'm fascinated by them.
Okay, at this point, so okay, a little bit of backstory. I saw them and was like, they're kind of creepy. And then I saw them again. I was like, they're kind of ugly. And then all of a sudden, one day, I was like, I need a Labubu. Like, I need it.
And it was like the next day. It was the next day, okay?
I lasted like 24 hours. And I got one. And then it turned into like, I wanted like one of the different set. Then I want more of this type. Then I want more of colors. So I probably have about 25 Labubus at this point.
Geez. Wow.
I have to upload the picture. I have a shelf that's filled with them, all the baby ones. And then I have like 3 giant ones.
And every time she got one, it was like, "This my last one, I swear. This my last one." And
every time I'm like, this one completes the set because of XYZ. And then they announce like a rainbow one. And I'm like, well, this is different because now I need the rainbow one. So it just
but those were gifts.
Yeah.
I got her, the gift of the big ones.
Yes, the big ones. Oh my gosh. And my latest one is a big fuzzy brown one, which is like the original Labubu. So he's
and they're Labubus, not like La Babas or some kind of knockoff.
I do have some Lafufus.
Yeah, she also will buy a Lafufu.
Because they're cute. Like when we were in Tennessee, we stopped at like a store and they were like janky with their heads half on, but I felt bad for them, so I adopted them. So I brought home some Lafufus.
One had like a Starbucks. So we're like, that's definitely Lafufu, but
one told like McDonald's French fries, but yeah, they're Lafufus, but I love them.
Hey, C. Gabarino on here was saying that you ought to do a trick or treating down here in the South. You don't have to worry about it being too cold. Oh yeah, down here I remember lots of times a little warm down here. October we start getting a little bit cooler, but it's better weather. We didn't have to deal with that as much as you did. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, up here you're like hoping, and then Halloween comes and it's so cold.
Yes, and for me, as much as I love Halloween, trick or treating was not my thing.
Really,
I did not like walking freezing because it used to be freezing, and I just no. Okay. I would love to dress up. I was like, dress me up, but let me just watch my cartoons or my movies dressed up.
Our payoff was the candy. And back when I was, it seems like now, I don't know about where y'all live, but down here, it doesn't seem to be quite as wild as it used to be. When I was a kid, our parents just let us go. They said, don't eat any candy till you come back so we can inspect it. But other than that, be back in 3 hours and we don't care. And we would load up so much candy. That was the goal, was just to gather as much as you could possibly get. And back then it was cool candy. It wasn't these little tiny bite size. These were big size candy bars and things like that.
Yeah, nowadays there's a lot more like trunk or treat.
Yeah, trunk or treat. Yeah.
Or like
the malls.
Yeah. Safe Halloween that they do like in a school or something. So I think it's a lot more like contained. Because if you really think about it, like it is kind of sketchy.
Well, that's the thing. My family, it used to be like my mom or like my uncle or something just driving in a car while we're on one street and they used to follow behind. I was like,
and you're like, go away.
Yeah,
don't watch me.
All right, so I got a little story for y'all. When I was, we lived in Arlington, so I was probably about 11. My brother was probably about 10 or so. We went trick-or-treating, the two of us with one of my brother's friends, a guy named Alan. So 3 of us trick-or-treating. We went, and that was the rule. You don't eat anything till you get back and you inspect all the candy. Well, we went to one house, and an older, very nice lady, but a little older, didn't have candy. She was handing out apples, which is fine. Thank you so much. But yeah, to stay away from those things. But we get back to our house, and I think we knew it was from her. I'm not sure. Anyway, but we had these apples. So my parents said, all right, we've got to inspect all the candy. They start going through, and all of a sudden they call us in because they were looking at my brother's candy, and they said, we cut the apple in two to make sure it was okay, and look what was inside. And there's all these big sharp needles inside this apple. And we're like, oh my gosh, this is like every kid's worst nightmare. Oh, here's an apple with needles in it. And we're having meltdowns. My brother is yelling and screaming, we've got to call Alan. We've got to call Alan before he bites into the apple. And my parents keep saying, well, let's maybe go down and visit with her first. Maybe she was confused. And my brother, no, you've got to call Alan. You've got to call Alan, having a complete breakdown. And then we look up and my parents are laughing. And they did it as a joke while we were in the other room.
Oh my God.
I don't know if it was a joke or just some kind of it's like scared straight before they had such a thing. I was like, we never tried to eat the candy after that. That was their little
Now I know why you're a prankster. You got it from them.
Yeah, my whole family. Yeah, I had no chance except to so they did that as a joke.
Wow.
And
I got nervous. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, I was like, wow. I'm like, who was this little old lady? Was she like the evil queen from like Snow White? Like, take the apple.
Taste it, my pretty, taste it. All right, Cindelica, Cindy is saying, no clowns or birds. I forgot that. Or for Nicole, love your Corpse Bride t-shirt. Oh, I didn't even catch that.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, no birds. Can't do birds. Someone just recently asked, like, what's one movie you'd never watch again? And I was like, oh, The Black Swan. I will never, even because I decided to watch it, and there's like a part where, I don't know, it's like psychological, and she's pulling feathers out. I was like, I almost passed out because I was having such a bad panic attack.
Or in movies, I try to get her to watch The Crow, and she's like, I'm not watching it.
I won't do it. I won't do it because I don't know, what is this crow? Is he gonna pop? Is he gonna turn into a crow? Does he have like Birdman? That movie Birdman? Because he has weight? Like, no.
So did you ever watch the original The Birds with Hitchcock?
So that's where I think the fear originated, because I was very young and my family watched it, and I remember, like when you're like 12 and you're like too cool. So we were watching it and I was like, this is lame. This is like, who would be afraid of birds? So stupid. And I remember that night laying in bed like, oh my God, they're coming.
You learned that night, huh?
Yeah, I learned that. And like ever since then, like I can't with like when they're all like in a group, like we saw some today while we were driving, just like flying in a group. Like, why do they do that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they assemble down here because it's always warmer, so we get them sometimes a year. There's just thousands in the parking lots. It's just a big black moving mass.
Yeah, just take them. Don't send them back.
Big Brother Australia, one of the tasks they had after our season, Nicole, I was watching their season, they had to list their biggest fear, and then they had that as either an HOH or a veto competition where you went into a room and you had to face your biggest fear. There was one guy, he's like an athlete, Australian rules football or something, but his big fear was birds. And they put him in a little enclosure that was completely packed with birds. And he had to crawl through all these things and like grab the veto on the far end or something. And he was heebie-jeebie the whole time.
No,
it was
our Wactivity when they like had us transported there and they said, guys, it's gonna be animals. And I, with my blindfold on, was like, you need to tell me right now if there's birds, because I'm not playing that comp. If I walk out and there are birds in that room, I'm self-evicting. Like, it ain't happening. Because, like, especially enclosed, I can't be enclosed with them. Yeah.
I remember them saying that. I remember you asking that and them saying, well, Nicole, we can't tell you what kind of animals are going to be out there.
It's like, come on, like, you can tell me there's a bird, because if I, like, have a heart attack.
Well, there probably were birds. They probably quickly said, oh, no, we don't want Nicole out. Or we don't want self-addicting. So put the skunk in the place of that bird. Get it out. All right, Lynn Gidding is saying, controversial question. Candy corn or no?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I'll eat all kinds of candy corns. Peeps in Easter time, candy corn at Halloween. Yes. I'm absolutely fine with both.
I don't like Peeps either. Ugh.
He hates Peeps. The texture.
Texture. It just I don't.
I love candy corn, like circus peanuts.
You got that stuffed animal with candy corn, remember?
Yeah. I have a giant candy corn stuffed animal. But yeah,
I like.
you're
I,
right.
feel, I don't feel like there's a lot of in between. You're either pretty solid pro or anti on those kind of things. And
Yeah,
and
that's true.
I'll take chocolate over candy corn any day of the week.
Yes,
My
chocolate.
favorite candy of all is Reese's anything. Peanut butter cups is my go-to.
Same. That's my favorite.
But when I
Reese's
get through all the
Pieces.
chocolate and I'm stuck with the candy corn, it doesn't get thrown away. I believe in conservation and
Yes,
so
you can't waste it. I like
Exactly.
gummies. I like gummy worms, fruit snacks, like gummy candy, like that kind of stuff.
I like chocolate. Reese's is my favorite. Then second is Kit Kat.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and then Oreos.
Oh, Twix are good. Twix are very good.
Yeah, now y'all getting me out. So here's the problem. We go in, we would buy, because now that our kids are up and out of the house and all that, Sharon and I, we just stay here and we hand out candy and all that. We made a mistake for several years in a row of going to Costco's or Sam's and buying like the massive bags of candy.
Yep.
A few weeks ahead of time, and they didn't last. So now we have to wait till just a couple of days before Halloween. And normally we get to the stores and all the good stuff's sold out.
Yeah.
And our kids are stuck with the little Smarties or something like that. Whatever's left for everyone.
So basically,
That's the only stuff left on the shelf.
Yeah. So basically, Cliff bought it early. They ate it, and then he was the one giving out the apple. Like, here you go. I get all the candies.
You give them like an empty wrapper. It's a trick.
Give them a penny or something. I know people used to give us like a nickel or a quarter or something. And nowadays, you get thrown it right back in your face. All right, Karen Hummer is saying, Nicole and Brian, where do you keep all of your Halloween stuff? And then Blue Sugi is saying, what Halloween item is your most prized possession?
Ooh.
Okay,
so let's start with where we keep them.
Where we keep them is we do have a storage unit. Like everybody thinks that we have to. No, they're not. There's no animatronic in the bathroom, or like that. So we rotate them. So like 1 year we might like a certain one, and then we rotate it sometimes.
Yeah, or like a month in, I'm like, oh, I missed this one. And we'll go to storage and get it, and we set it up. So we kind of circulate them because for us, like the horror animatronics are all year, so we kind of circulate them all year. Okay. Favorites.
Your prized possession.
Oh, prized possession.
If there's a fire, what are you walking out with that goes before Brian?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Now I know my answer. Oh. So that helped clarify it. Thank you, Cliff. I have if you're familiar with the Haunted Mansion ride in Disney, I have a doll of the Constance Hatchaway bride that Brian got me for my birthday last year. I think that's the most stunning doll that ever existed. I love it so much. And it's right next to like my bed, like right next to the nightstand, so that if God forbid there's an emergency, it gets grabbed. And then I wake up my husband and I go, babe, there's a fire. Then we go.
So how big is this doll?
It's probably about this big. It's bigger than your average like Barbie doll. Yeah. So it's probably like this big.
Yeah, like 12 inches.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then yours?
And mine, I got 2.
Hey, you can pick.
Hey.
I want to pick 2.
My first one is we have over there a custom made leprechaun that me and my stepdad built. We bought the mask from somebody else. He was a custom mask maker.
Very talented artist, yeah.
We built it. And then also the Trick or Treat Studios Glenn doll from Seed of Chucky.
Oh, jeez.
Yes.
And that's bigger than my doll. Yeah. So you have 2 bigger items. So
yes, but leprechaun goes under the left arm, and then Glenn's under the right arm, and then Nicole gets. I'll text Nicole when I'm outside.
Babe, grab your shit.
That's pretty funny. Ours, we've got. No, I forgot to grab it. You sent me, Nicole, right after our season. You sent me a little skeleton cowboy that we always hang up when Halloween comes. I forgot. I'm going to grab it. We'll stay here before long. But I've got that. Sharon has, from when she was a little girl, I guess they call it a blow mold or whatever. I'm learning this because I saw y'all's videos where y'all talk about blow molds, but a ghost that's, I don't know, probably 2.5 feet tall, just a white ghost with a little Christmas light bulb on the inside so it lights up. And it's been in front of her house since she was 3, as long as she can remember. And so then we took it from her parents' house. We've got it at our house, and that's the one thing that always goes up. We take it in every night before we go to bed, so no one's going to come along and steal it or anything. And so that's our kind of the special remembrance kind of deal. The other thing that we've got it's the creepy side of it. I have a relative who will just go unnamed, not my mom or dad, a distant relative who died a few years ago. And she was very, she had a lot of things that she had gathered over the years, including 5 or 6 big storage containers of dolls, every kind that you can imagine. And they were gifted to my daughter, who was not so... She was very appreciative, but a lot of these dolls are old. They're probably worth a fortune if I ever look into it, but old dolls with the weird China looking porcelain faces and just spooky, especially the ones that are like missing and they're all kind of cracked, everything.
Like eyeballs,
yeah. And somehow these dolls just keep showing up throughout the year on top of ceiling fan blades, so that someone suddenly looks up and there's one looking over the ceiling, or one sitting behind a couch. Daniel has done it with my daughter-in-law, and just these dolls just keep disappearing from these storage containers and popping up when no one expects it. So we have fun with those. All right, Cindy Hire saying, "Happy Halloween, guys. Love you all." Cindy, thank you, Cindy. Appreciate it so much. All right, Amanda Lowe saying, "How did you two meet?" And and then Blue Sugi is saying, "Y'all are my couple goals."
Oh, that's so sweet. So we met online, which is crazy to think, because like I had never had social media, and knew each other from social media. We're like, DM here and there, and then mainly, don't you start. He's gonna start.
She slid in my DMs. Yep.
Don't tell this to Cliff. No, but like I knew like I had like a crush on him. And then like we would game like on Twitch and stuff, and like there's like a game where like if you die you could talk to each other. So I'd be like excited that we could talk to each other when we were killed off.
And then the first time we seen each other on camera is because she DM'd me asking me to come on her Halloween show that she was doing. She was having a Halloween show, so she asked me, "Hey, would you please come?"
Yeah, because I wanted like somebody I felt comfortable with, because I was like so nervous. I was like, please, can you please like guest in like first or second or third, so that like you can help me calm down.
So I was like, okay. And then when I read her DM and I said, okay, I realized I didn't have a webcam, so I had to go straight to Walmart. I was like, oh well. So I went straight to Walmart, and then we started talking. And then once again, I made a joke about taking her to football and eating tacos. And then she called me out. She went to my DMs and she said, "So are we getting tacos and going to a football game or not?"
Because I was getting impatient, because like like time was passing. We were making small talk. I knew I had a crush on him, so I was like, "Listen, are we going for like a football game and tacos anytime soon? Like, you need to just tell me."
Listen, yes, she's gorgeous, but I'm not one of those creeps that go, "Hey, girl," online. I was like, she's gonna think I'm crazy.
I thought taking dates to football games was more of a Southern thing. Y'all got football up there and everything?
Yeah, of course.
What was going to be a Cowboys game?
Cowboys game in MetLife Stadium, which we ended up we did go to after we were already dating.
She got me tickets.
Yes, I got him tickets, and we went to go see the Cowboys versus the Giants.
Okay.
And it was freezing. I learned that.
But it was still the best time.
It was amazing.
Still got to go to Texas to watch a game, though.
Come on, I'm ready for y'all to come down. We'll make it special.
Let's do it.
All right. And I'm trying to remember, because Ron, I met you. Is it 2 years at Hearts of Reality, or just that last year? I can't remember if it was
2 years. 2 years?
2 years?
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Okay. No. What year are we in? 2025? 3 years ago?
3 years?
Yeah, but was it 2 years straight that you came down, Brian, or just the second year? I just can't remember now.
I went with her whenever you went, right?
Yeah, so twice?
Yeah, so twice.
Yeah, twice.
All right.
Making me think.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, I was there, and Nicole and Brian were there, and I just remember y'all smiling so much. Yeah, it was pretty obvious then how y'all were feeling towards each other. So that was so cool that I got to be there during some of the early stages to kind of cheer y'all on a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right,
and I always say that, Cliff. I always say you're someone that has always understood me if that makes sense, obviously. And then in meeting Brian, always understood Brian and therefore understood how we tick and how, you know what I mean? I don't know. Does that make sense?
Yes, I'm very thankful to because you're one of the people that didn't treat me different.
Yeah.
You know, you gave me a shot, and I really appreciate that. I just want to let you know that.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I feel like the three of us are very similar in a lot of ways. I just remember when we were the Give Kids the World Village. You remember a lot of people were already off doing different events, and we sat there and talked to that older couple. The husband had served in the military, served in World War II, and had so many stories, and it's just so special. And the three of us got to listen to that. I still remember that couple.
Absolutely.
That's my couple goal is to be like the two of them as much as they were caring for each other. Very, very cool. All right, Angie Hung, and y'all know Angie as well. Angie unfortunately couldn't be out here live, but she wanted to make sure to send a question in. That was a great one. Y'all's opinion, because I asked when I was promoting this last week, said we're going to talk about scary movies, and her scariest movie is The Exorcist, and she wanted to know what y'all's opinion was of The Exorcist.
Angie, I agree. To me, that's still the scariest movie ever made. I could watch that so many times. It never gets dated, as they say. You know, I love it. I think it's a masterpiece.
Yeah.
I guess some things never change because it's kind of like my bird story. He had me watch it, and I was like, this is not going to be scary. Modern movies are scarier. This is like old movie. And we watched it, and I was like, eh. And when I tell you, like, that night and since then, like, it lives rent-free in my head where it is so
terrifying,
unnerving. And I feel like in the moment, I'm like, this is scary. But then afterwards, it sat with me. So I feel like it's one of those movies that, like, sits with you. And I'm the opposite. I would never watch it again because it sat with me so weirdly that I'm like, ugh.
I still remember watching it as a kid, obviously scared. And then when I went to bed, thinking my bed was shaking. You know? And it was because at the house I lived in, whenever there was strong wind, the house would shake a little bit.
All right.
So
I figured you were going to say your older brother was underneath shaking the bed.
No. And also, I love that movie so much. I do got 2 animatronics of Reagan that we keep.
Yep.
Yes.
Cindy is saying Linda Blair is going to be at the HorrorCon this weekend. Oh, that's pretty creepy.
Wow. How old would she be now?
She's probably like in her 50s, 60s.
She was like 12 when that was filmed, and that was in the 70s.
That was 73? 73, I believe.
Yeah, that seems about right. So she's probably mid-60s, something like that, plus or minus. All right, let's see. Blue Sugi is saying, favorite spooky movie. Bonus points for y'all if you say. All right, I'll see what y'all say. Let me say what about Exorcist first, because I remember my parents went to see it on date night, which is kind of a creepy movie. Date night. I guess you snuggled.
How romantic.
They came back and just going on and on about how great that movie was. And my brother and I said, can we see it? And they said, yeah, hell no. You're not gonna and that was before you had all the streaming platforms and all of that. And so I had never seen it until I got to college. And my freshman year of college, we had all these electrical engineers in my school that sold these little descramblers. So you could illegally get like HBO and things like that. And my roommate bought one of these things for like $19. And in the middle of the night, like 3 o'clock in the morning, he figures out how to make it work and gets a signal for HBO and is watching The Exorcist while I am laying in bed sleeping. And I wake up to hear all the demon voices. I thought, what in the world are you watching? And then I watched the last half of it and scared me to death. That was,
I bet.
That's a creepy movie. Yeah, that's a scary one. All right, but beyond that, what are y'all's what kind of movies are y'all scary movies, and do y'all have a couple of suggestions for everyone out there?
Oh, you want to go first?
A movie that wasn't really scary, but it freaked me out, and it's a weird one. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's called The Fourth Kind.
I don't think I have.
Spooky.
I rewatched it recently. I'm like, okay, it wasn't that thing, but when I first saw it, because they claimed once again it was a real movie, and this one's not that long
No,
ago.
yeah.
It was like 10 years ago. So when I saw it, I was a grown ass man already, but it still freaked me out.
I'm trying to think. Wait, do your favorite, and then I'll.
Okay, my
I'll go way into
favorites.
it.
We're talking about scary movies, obviously. Halloween Part 2. I do love Halloween Part 2 more than the original.
Okay.
The Conjuring 2, and then my most recent one is Hell House.
Yeah.
Well,
That's a
I
great
know the
series.
name Hell House. Who does Hell House? Why does that ring a bell so much? Is it
Hell House
famous?
is kind of like, it's more of like, we have a couple things right here in front of us, so we can.
Okay.
we brought props.
This
It's
is
a more
the
like-
cover of it. Well, this is the DVD. They have it like
Okay.
Just like the glare out of the light.
Yeah, I see it. Okay.
It's like a lesser known
yes, it's like
franchise.
Huh.
If you think about like, it's like the basement. There's like a clown in the basement, and like he moves.
it's basically that they had this Halloween party at this like hotel, and then some dark stuff happened, and I'm not gonna tell the rest of the thing, but and then they go exploring around that house, that hotel. Very good.
All right, I'm getting a mental image here. So are y'all into the kind that's like the original, maybe it's the Chainsaw Massacre, and then you get some of the Rob Zombie stuff and the Terrifier, and it's just kind of the creepy, scary people.
This is probably a hot take. I have to be careful how I word it. I'm not the biggest fan of Rob Zombie movies, only because I feel like they're so like
gory.
Yeah, I like I guess like torture porn is like the word. Like,
Torture porn is what I
gory.
was gonna throw it.
Yeah. So like that's kind of a little bit much. I prefer more like original, not even original Halloween. I love like Halloween H2O, Halloween Resurrection, because that was like my era of movies more so than like his type. Terrifier has grown on me because I like if I could show it, like Brian just got this today. Like I like the little aesthetic. Like I like
it's a nutcracker.
Yeah, I like him like cartoonified. I think he's cute, but like him in the movie is horrifying. But him like cartoonified is cute. But I like movies like Final Destination. I love Final Destination, where like it's less of a mass killer coming for you and more of just like fate. I love that. I love Friday the 13th, Jason. Like he's probably my favorite of all of them. You're more of like a Terrifier, Chainsaw Massacre.
Yes, that's Chainsaw Massacre. I remember seeing the one, which is my favorite in 2003. I seen it in the theaters. The one with Jessica Biel, her name is, I believe.
Yeah.
That's to me, that's one of my favorite movies too. That's a great movie. That's Chainsaw Massacre.
It's creepy. I don't watch it again or a lot, but when I watched it, it was pretty scary, especially because that was one of those that they said it's a true story. And so I was like, oh my gosh. You mentioned Final Destination. I can't watch. I've never watched any of the Final Destination movies. I've seen little clips. It's too cringy. I see these little episodes. I know. I see these episodes where someone's getting ready to fall on a piece of glass or stick their hand in a lawnmower. And it's like, that makes me nervous. I'm not into people having horrific accidents like that.
I always was intrigued. That comes out so creepy, but I was always intrigued, like this like circular nature of the movies. That makes it like how it all like ties in, and then the franchise, how it all ties in. Like that always like fascinated me, like how the writers did it. So I'd always be like, oh, that's so cool. So that's the part of it.
And then we always every year we watch The Leprechaun.
Yes, Leprechaun's a big one.
We both grew up on the Leprechaun.
Oh yeah, Leprechaun was always playing.
It gets no respect. You never see any merchandise really getting sold for the Leprechaun in like stores and everything.
Every time it's on, I turn it there because I just know Sharon's gonna say, oh, "What are you watching that for? Why are you watching the Leprechaun for?" All right, C. Gabarino saying, "Exorcist in the original Halloween, first scary movie where the killer didn't die, freaked me out."
Ooh.
Oh yeah,
that's such a valid point. And that's what starts like the horror genre, and like the second one's coming, the third one's coming. It just keeps on coming back.
I like the original Halloween. I remember watching that. I don't think I saw it at the movies. I was 13 at the time, so I'm that movie's a little explicit for a 13-year-old, but I certainly watched it a lot afterwards. That was a scary one. And the music. I think of movies, and I think of Jaws with da 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 da, and then Halloween with that I don't know, whatever
Like,
music that is.
yeah.
We
Ooh.
all know that song that introduces, Michael Myers and all that. So that was a scary one.
Are you a fan of Scream? Have you ever seen the Scream movies?
I've watched it. I almost feel I can't remember when that came out. I think we had kids in the house and all that. I wasn't really able to focus on it enough.
I
need
think
to go
those
back and
you'd
do it.
like.
Yes.
I think you'd
I
like
need-
those.
I need to go back and do a rewatch. I haven't seen any of the sequels or anything else. I know the character, the monster, and all that. I need to. I grew up watching the old days, like the original, the werewolves. Not that I was alive when they came out, but Gale Warnings is saying, anyone remember Psycho? My babysitter took me to see it when I was 5.
Yeah.
Y'all
My
seen
God.
Psycho, right?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Just making sure.
And a
my
remake.
Yep.
my parents let us, my brother and I, watch it, and we were probably 10 and 11, something like that. And they said, you can watch it, but you have to go take a shower first before you watch the
What?
show.
Oh, that's so funny.
And
It's
we
so
thought
true,
it was
though. Go
we
ahead,
thought it
Cliff.
was just because we were going to have to go to bed as soon as it was over. And
Aw.
all. No, it was because they didn't want us in taking a shower after watching Psycho.
And it's so true about, like, they say, like, when you're showering, like, you always feel like you hear something, right? You're always like,
Somebody's calling you or
did
something.
someone just say my name? And you're like, okay, whatever. Or if you have soap in your eyes and you quickly try to get it out.
But to be honest, my mom used to tell me don't answer because that's the devil calling you.
Yeah, they say that. I just grew up. You crazy?
It wasn't that night because I was too scared to do it. I think it was a couple of nights afterwards. I finally got up the nerve to sneak outside when we went to bed and started scratching on my brother's window because we were both just terrified after that movie for the next couple of weeks. And I did that, and I hear him just he's screaming, running out the door, and I got in trouble for being outside and doing that and everything. But
Well,
yeah,
that's what
that
happened to me. That's what happened to me with watching the first Halloween. I was in a watch it with my brother. My mom let us watch it. I was like 7 at the time.
Yeah.
And then the intro came on and the theme music came on. And once the pumpkins came on the screen, the movie didn't really start.
It was just the.
I couldn't watch it.
Oh.
I started screaming.
Yeah, because the music alone.
It took me like two or 3 years later. Then I was able to actually watch the movie.
Yeah.
Fun fact: the first Halloween is how I lost my first 2 baby teeth, because we were watching Halloween and it was the part where like he like sits up and it's like dun dun and he's following her, and I was a kid, so I put like the pillowcase around my mouth because I was scared, and he got her and I pulled it down and I ripped out my front baby teeth. So because of Michael Myers, I had no front teeth on the bottom because I was so scared. And I always I credited him for that. And that's why he horrifies me. Because I was like, thanks a lot, Michael.
Thanks, Michael.
My scariest part of that movie is when she's in like the closet and the level whatever things are getting broken in and he's like stabbing down towards her. Ugh, it's
yeah.
Yes. But someone mentioned, I forgot who it was, talking about that that was the first movie where the villain didn't die at the end. He continued on. And I was thinking about that after they said that, and that's my scariest ones are all the movies where you don't necessarily have a finale at the end. The Omega Man with Charlton Heston, some of the Vincent Price, The Last Man on Earth, where you don't have a happy ending at the end. And my all-time scariest movie, and I know I've told you all this before, Dawn of the Dead, 1978, George Romero, and where the whole world is taken over by zombies. Scared. I saw that I was 17 years old, 16 years old. I was working at Six Flags over Texas, too young to go to the nightclubs and all of that. So we would go on Friday and Saturday nights. We'd go to the midnight movie at the local shopping mall. And usually it was to see Rocky Horror Picture Show because that was always there.
I remember that.
But one weekend, the guy said, a friend of mine said, let's go see Dawn of the Dead. Didn't know anything about it. He just said it's incredibly scary. Well, it turns out most of it takes place in a mall after zombies have taken over the whole world. So it's just these 4 people left in this abandoned shopping mall trying to survive. And when the movie was over at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, we walk out of this theater and the mall has shut down. All the lights are turned off. A security guard has to, with a flashlight, lead us out to the parking lot where there's like half a dozen cars left. And that was in the day where you didn't have anything open 24 hours a day. So I'm driving home and it looks like the whole place is abandoned. And there's just something about seeing that movie and then going outside and being in a mall and all of that. And it stuck with me from that point on. It was made in the same year as Halloween was. The budget was so much less. The production, everything is so much cheaper, but scared me to death. I still to this day, I probably said it 100 times. All right, real quick here. Let me go back up here. Tim Cox. Tim, thank you, sir. He said, so excited to see you again, Nicole, and to get to meet you, Brian. Tim, thank you for the support. Thank you so much. I absolutely appreciate it. And yeah, I'm kind of excited to talk to y'all as well. All right. Blue Sugi is saying Get Out is a spooky classic. Yeah, that's a good one. And what is your favorite spooky villain? Sounds like y'all got a couple of them here.
Oh, yes.
Go ahead. You'll start. Okay.
I love Jason Voorhees. I don't know. I think part of it probably is the theme music, like I like that. So he's probably one of my top ones. And then we've really gotten into like the Chucky franchise.
Oh yeah.
So I love Tiffany, and like therefore voiced by Jennifer Tilly. Like I love her whole character. I'm trying to think, is there anybody else that I'm like lately obsessed with? I know we just watched this is not like a character, but we just watched The Boy. And that to me was a great movie. Yeah. Like The Doll, I think is really cool. That movie is that's a must see too.
I'm trying to think my villains. I don't know. I enjoy a lot of the sci-fi horror kind of stuff too, like the Blob or Invasion of the Body Snatchers scared me. The original ones especially, but Alien when that came out and we went and saw that, I was 15 or 16 at the time, and that was the Alien. I don't know what you call that thing, but that scared me as well. So
that's like Creature too. I love the Creature from the Black Lagoon. Anything like creature themed, I love that as well.
They used to have the cheesiest movies on like afternoons. I'd come home from school, and once a week they'd have a scary movie on the local 3 o'clock movie channel or whatever. And they were never good. They were always just like really cheaply done Japanese Godzilla type movies or other ones. I remember one was Attack of the Mushroom People. And the whole thing were people stuck on an island. A boat had wrecked and they're stuck on an island. And the scientists said, don't eat the mushrooms. They could be toxic. Well, they start starving and they get too hungry. And eventually they ate the mushrooms. And next thing you know, their ears start growing little funny things. And pretty soon their heads. And they turn into mushrooms and they eat the other people. And the most hokey thing you could possibly imagine. And yet 50 years later, I still remember Attack of the Mushroom People. So it obviously had some effect.
You love like the cheesy horror.
Yeah, I love the cheesy horror movies. Because back in the day, it was, my mom used to take us to Blockbuster. And our goal was to find the corniest scary movie we could find. And we all used to pick one to see who had the worst movie. Back then, you could, once again, the 90s, there was really no internet and you could search up the movies. You had to go based on the cover that...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, there was some Mystery Science Fiction Theater 3000. Some of those that make fun of some of these horror movies are always a lot of fun. All right, well, real quick, Cindy Harris saying, Nicole and Brian, do y'all have a Ouija board? Do y'all do the...
She won't let me.
Nope. There's certain things I don't dabble into, and that's one of them. You don't go opening portals.
No, I don't believe in the Ouija board, so I used to own one. It's still in storage, actually, because you won't let me have it in the house.
No.
That's
a toy company was selling it. It was
But what if like the demon is like, ooh, what a fun game, and then like you're showing it, you're open to it, and then it's like, hello, you know?
It's not real. It's not real.
If it doesn't work, then I'm gonna be upset because I wasted my money. If it does work, I'm gonna be even more upset because there's not that many people.
Spent like $20 to get haunted.
Have you ever played one, Cliff?
I probably as a kid. I'm sure we tried it some. I remember as a kid, we would do the stupid games you do at sleepover. Just turn the lights out, or you do the Bloody Mary 3 times.
Bloody Mary, yeah.
I won't let him do that either.
I used to scare her with it.
No.
Yeah. We had fun with that. All right, let's see what else, because we're already getting close to the end of this thing. All right, we talked about We talked about Rocky Horror Pictures. I actually dressed up as Dr. Frankenfurter for Halloween
Did
once
you?
when I was working at Six Flags. The whole shop I worked in dressed up, and I got to be picked because, of course, me being the guy who will never turn down a risk, dressed up as Frankenfurter. But I did not wear some of his more risque clothing from that particular movie. I dressed up when he was dressed up like a doctor with surgical scrubs and all that. But I had the wig and the makeup and all, and yeah, I'm gonna post that for Halloween. So I'll post it here in the next week or so. We had fun back then doing that. All right, we got about 5 minutes left, and I certainly want to make sure while I got y'all on here to talk about y'all's channel, because y'all do. I've seen y'all do movie reviews, trailers, all kinds of walkthroughs of every possible store. Spirit probably knows y'all by name when you walk in the store. So tell me a little bit about your channel that I may not have covered.
Okay, so yeah, our channel is Our Guilty Collections because it's exactly that. We collect, but we're also like really guilty because we collect so many things in such a wide variety. Mainly Halloween horror, but also, of course, Christmas.
Yes, Christmas is also part of it.
My dolls, I love dolls. And yeah, we also do trailer reactions to like the new shows that are coming out. We're also doing like movie watches. Like I just watched Casper for the first time. Brian had seen it, I had never seen it, so we did a watch of that.
And yeah, because we go to these stores a lot because there's some people that don't know that these even exist, like certain things. You know, there's some people that never knew that Home Depot sells Halloween stuff. Lowe's sells Halloween, animatronics. So we try to show people. We don't buy everything that we show, but we just so many people DM us like, can you go show what the new decorations are? So we try to show people that might not be able to see it, and that's what we try to do.
Yeah, we love sharing what we love, and we're always there. We're always shopping and looking and perusing. Anyway,
we were doing it. We were doing this. We were going to the stores, buying these animatronics before we even had a page.
Yeah.
So then a couple people that knew us said, "You've got a collection. Why don't you show your collection?" And then so we created Our Guilty Collections.
Yep.
Well, it's out there on YouTube, so y'all go out there and subscribe to it. It's I check it out, y'all. It's fun, and some of them y'all go into like Casper is like over an hour. Others y'all are quick little walkthrough and all that.
Yep.
It's always always a lot of fun with that. So,
thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right, so let's see. There's something else I was going to mention, and I can't think of it now. I'm sure it'll come up as soon as we shut down. But yeah, I'm glad y'all came out here. It's
it's very fun.
This was so much fun. Had such a blast.
It is a fun say. We're gonna have to just go find some scary movies and watch them together. We need to get a whole group together and watch. I don't know how you do it and get around copyright and all that stuff, but we need to figure out some way. I'll introduce y'all to some of my old school stuff, and y'all can introduce me to some of the new school stuff, and we'll
we can do that.
That would be a great idea. I love that. Because now I want you to watch Final Destination. Like,
yeah, I'm gonna be calling. It won't be me. It'll be Sharon calling and saying, G's them out. You got them all creeped out watching that show, and now I'm stuck with. He won't go touch. He won't go touch a chainsaw anymore. He's doesn't want to mow the yard anymore.
So we're gonna have to have Cliff on for a watch party.
Yes.
And then everybody could see the reactions. The first time reaction as we do.
All right. So big question. Y'all are married now. Yeah, you're getting used to each other. Do y'all play pranks on each other? Is that within boundaries of
never? Nope.
I don't know if it's considered a prank. He got me so good yesterday. When I tell you, I was throwing something out in the bathroom. He was right next to me, and he yelled, "Boo!" I jumped 2 feet in the air like a cartoon character, which is not even a prank, but you got me so good.
I just learned what scares her. So I noticed, like, if you go, like, low, like, I'm 5'8", so when I try to make myself, like, 4 foot tall, that terrifies her completely.
I don't know, because, like, I'll be, like, I was gonna say folding laundry. I don't fold laundry. I'll be, like, like, I don't know, doing something in the bedroom, and, like, I'll see something out of the corner of my eye, like, in the door frame, and it's him, like, crouching. I don't do crouch. Like, don't crouch and come at me. That's creepy.
But sometimes I'm not trying to scare her, and she's like, "Why are you trying to scare me?" I'm like, "I'm not."
I'm very easily startled. So whether it's a planned prank or not, he gets me a lot, and then vice versa.
Yeah, she always does.
I think Cliff knows this. I stink at pranking. I will wait I will wait in a corner for him to walk by, and I end up scaring myself. So I just come out and I go, "Oh, I scared myself."
It's like you don't have the best reaction time. So like she's trying to run past you, like behind you, but by the time you look, you see her running to the spot she's trying to go.
What was the one day? I ran up behind him. I went, "Oh, I'm gonna scare you." And he was like, "I heard you coming."
No, it's like, why would you tell me I'm gonna scare you? Like that defeats the purpose.
With all the props and stuff that y'all have got, Sharon would not be able to go to bed any more than a night or two in a row without finding something underneath the covers or hanging above the bed or in the closet or shower or whatever. It would just be a constant plan.
Well, that's the reason she made me take out the Reagan from the bedroom.
Oh yeah, I don't blame you, Nicole.
Because I would wake up and be like, "Gee, oh Jesus," like, you know. So no.
We used to, my family, my dad, big cowboy culture and all that. One of his things that he had at our house growing up was a life-size cutout of John Wayne, just John Wayne and a cowboy hat and all that. And I would take those. I don't know how many times I took that cutout and would go put it in front of someone's door when they went to bed. So they would wake up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, and they'd open the door and there's this person standing in front of their door. And I would have my door open, and every time oh geez,
yeah, that's my go-to, right? My thing is, oh Jesus.
Yeah.
I don't know where that started, but that's what I do.
Have y'all? I think it's on Instagram, maybe it's Twitter, social media. That creepy little girl. Maybe there's more than one that dresses up and hangs out at the Home Depot with like an axe, and acts like she's just a statue. And someone steps on a button, and she raises her axe up. And then goes running at these people like full speed and just
that's
scares them to death. Oh yeah.
I always see the one, well, we always see it with like the family. They have a little girl and she collects all the horror babies from Spirit. So she has them like outside, like, and she'll set them up and have like tea parties.
And she's like 3.
Yeah.
And she has like the Michael Myers one. She has
like Pennywise. Yeah. It's so cute. And she has them all set up in her little like tea house. Oh, it's so cute.
It's probably cute when you're 2 or 3 years old. When you get older and you're still doing it.
Yeah, I mean, if I was setting them up having a tea party, we'd be a little concerned.
It's when you talk to them, it's a little creepy. It's when they talk back that it's real creepy. All right, guys. Well, I guess at this point we're gonna show. We could go for another hour. Maybe we'll do this again here before too long. But thank y'all. I knew as soon as we start getting into the Halloween spirit, y'all are the guys I wanted to get on, but I'm happy to have y'all on at any time of the year. I miss
thank you so much for having us.
Yes, thank you.
Absolutely. So I'll finish it up just by saying, again, if you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing to my channel and consider subscribing to our Guilty Collections out there. Please consider doing so. And also you can hit the notifications. Mine's fairly regular every Monday night. Y'all guys, seems like y'all drop episodes all the time. So certainly turn on notifications. Hit thumbs. You can do double thumbs up. So do that. And a big old SKD 143 to everyone out there. Brian, Nicole, absolutely y'all, my family, all you guys that hang with me on Monday night. Thanks to all of y'all. It's just so cool getting to visit, doing this every week.
Yes.
So with that, I'll finish up with big old happy Halloween. If I don't talk to y'all before the witching hour hits and all that, and come down and watch a Cowboys game down here.
Let's do it.
We're definitely gonna make it happen.
We'll make it happen. That would be a lot of fun. Guys, y'all have a great one. Guys, thank you so much as well. Appreciate all the support as always. Y'all have a great rest of the week. Next Monday, we'll talk a little Survivor. I'm Team Christina. I don't know if y'all watch Survivor or not, but I went to Christina Mills' viewing party here in Houston. The friendliest, nicest person. I'm so much cheering for her this season. So we'll talk about that next week. But guys, y'all have a great one. Nicole and Brian.
Well.
You too. Thank you very much.
Happy
Halloween.
We will see y'all later, guys.